this training. You see that?
Right, but I do, I mean, I don't know what you want it to say. It does say,
Maybe the ninth grade.
I mean, maybe we just leave that blank. So Agent Lesky, under vocational other training, on the level completed an area of study, if you can just delete the ninth grade and general studies. And then I think just leaving that blank in conjunction with the narrative below does seem to accurately describe it. So.
And yeah, general studies, I think it should be key actually. Medical billing certification, what that should be.
Okay, and that does indicate that in the narrative portion. All right, any other recommended changes?
I'm really sure something got cut off. Page 10 going to 11. Under health. Page 11 at the top just says cancer.
Right, and then that's supplemented. I think the physical health narrative does describe further about that.
Now that's it then.
Okay. And the advisory guidelines were scored at 0 to 9. Any scoring challenges?
I don't have any.
Mr. McLennan, any additions, corrections, or scoring challenges from the people?
No, Your Honor.
All right, and Mr. Vogler, I did have a chance to review the materials that you submitted. Letter from a counselor, psychological monthly report, 2 letters from an employer. Also today reviewed a letter from about his medical situation, and also that transcript of the course of study that he's in right now. So I did have a chance to review those. Anything you'd like to say on behalf of your client?
Yeah, sure. I think Mr. Pisarski is looking strongly into the future now, and I think he's been laying groundwork since this occurred to achieve what he needs to achieve going forward. So he's not going to be back here in this court or any other court. I think he will, if he were to be put on probation, I think he would successfully complete that probation. He's been working hard. His mother, of course, owns that company that he works for, but he's treated no differently there than any other employee. He has managers over him that have the power to fire him or otherwise critique his performance. He's working hard academically. The cancer that he suffered as a child, spent about a year hospitalized for that. Coming back to the other side, and he recently had some surgery that has revealed that. He's sort of been putting off treatment on that. I wish he would have done that. I wish he would have jumped harder into it, regardless of what this court may do in terms of the sentencing. But he's got to face that too. So he's got a child on the way, a relationship. He's going to make it this time, I believe, Your Honor. I think he's well on his way to doing it.
Thank you. Mr. Pisarski, is there anything you want to tell me, Jason?
No, I mean, like Mr. Vogler said, I've been working real hard since last year. I mean, I haven't gotten in trouble 5 years, even prior to that. It was just this incident, which was very unfortunate, you know, and I am sorry for the things that did happen. It went both ways in our relationship, you know, we were both just toxic for each other. So, but it shouldn't have went the way it did. And yeah, I haven't gotten in any trouble and I don't plan to. I didn't plan to this last time. It was 6 years, so I mean, my recovery is very important to me. I do counseling twice a week. I see my psych. I got a recovery coach. I do that at least 5 times a month, twice with my counselor a week. And
Thank you, Mr. Pisarski.
I just need a chance. That's all I need. Just need a chance to show like that I can do this, and I don't want to miss my baby born on the 28th. It's my first baby. I'm not even supposed to technically have kids, so it's kind of a miracle at that.
Since you're sharing some information, maybe I'll just ask you one thing. You say you just need a chance. I'm looking at, you've got 5 prior convictions for stealing. Didn't you get chances those times?
I mean, I did, but that was a long time ago. And I changed since then. You know, I'm not on drugs like I was. Drugs is what got me in trouble all those other times.
Okay. All right, thank you, Mr. Pisarski. Mr. McLennan, any recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor, we do have a victim that would like to give a statement.
Okay. Want to come forward, ma'am? You can either stand at that bar if you want, or sit at council table, or whatever you feel comfortable with. Okay, go ahead with anything you want me to know.
I do, within the part of our separation, I know you've seen us in here a few times now. And it wasn't just one incident. This was just the one that I actually was able to report and catch him on. And I still have yet to even be able to trust anybody. I sleep with a baseball bat next to my bed because of him and the treatment that he gave me, because he did relapse so hard on drugs, where he didn't know what was real and what was fake, where he did put his hands on me as well previously to that. I came home after work and all of my belongings are torn apart, broken apart, thrown across the room, and he broke it into my safe, stolen my medication because he knew that'd be the only way that I would contact him, as I ignored him the best that I could through everything that had happened. And he did get in trouble within our relationship too. He's lying about that. He got in trouble for shoplifting from Walmart. He's not bringing that up. He's gotten in trouble other numerous times during our relationship as well. So I'm just pointing out that that's a lie there. And I still have yet to even be able to physically trust anybody to like even open up to them. I remained within my small circle of like 3-4 friends, and that's it. And then the impact that it had on my daughter as well, once she found out what actually happened, because I tried to shield her from what happened between me and Mr. Pisarski, but she wanted to know, and she's at the age where I let her know some of the details. And that has also put a huge emotional toll on my daughter to know the things that he did to me as well. So I actually have her in therapy, and she's now on medication as well, where I've always been in therapy and have psychiatrists too. And during the time we were together, he was also on those programs that he's claiming he's on now. He might be doing them more so now than when we were together, but he was doing them too at that time. But no, I still have yet to recover from that incident. And the multiple times that he came into the home when he should not have.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, Mr. McLennan, any recommendations then from the people? You can step back to the gallery.
Yes, Your Honor, and Your Honor alluded to this in questioning defendant. There's a history and a pattern here of the same type of offense over and over again. And when you're looking at his record, it looks like maybe he would have been done in 2018. He was given chance after chance. Here he is again last year doing the same type of crime. I would ask for, we have a 7-month jail cap. I'd ask for 7 months. Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Pisarski, you're 34 years old. You have 3 prior felonies, some prior misdemeanor history. Most concerning as to what I previously alluded to, as well as the prosecutor. You've got 5 prior theft-related offenses, some misdemeanors, some felonies. This case is an attempt larceny in a building where you stole your ex-girlfriend's controlled substance pills from her home, well, from the home that you had shared during a civil standby while you're sent in to retrieve your belongings. So while law enforcement's like present at the scene for a civil standby, you're stealing her stuff, stealing drugs. That's pretty bold. And that's consistent with a history of you taking things that don't belong to you, whether it's from a store or from a car or from a house. You've done all those things.
I didn't take that.
Well, you entered a plea, so don't come today and tell me, sentence you as if you
No,
didn't
I'm
do
saying it
anything.
wasn't like that though, but I do understand and.
Yeah, so you just keep taking stuff that's not yours.
I will,
On the other hand, you got a lot of good things going on right now, you know, with a good job, with some good education you're getting. You know, in a lot of respects, you'd be the kind of person I'd be looking to put on probation. It's the 5 prior thefts that's just really just hard to overcome. There is a sentence agreement with a cap at 7 months. I think maybe, and the Department of Corrections recommended 4 months jail. I think maybe a proportionate sentence would be, this is your 6th felony, or I'm sorry, your 6th theft conviction, a month per theft conviction. So 6 months in the Presque Isle County Jail. Credit for 1 day previously served. There's $130 crime victims assessment, $350 in court costs, $68 in state costs. You can file an appeal if you wish to the Court of Appeals by application. If you want me to appoint a lawyer for you, I would do so, but you'd have to ask me within 6 months. We're going to hand you a copy of your appeal paperwork right now and ask you to initial 1 copy for us. The other one is for you to fill out. When you're released from the jail, you can set up a payment plan to take care of those fines and costs. Good luck to you, Mr. Pisarski.
Time to break this one down. People v. Brandon Pisarski offered a mix of redemption narrative, courtroom corrections, and a sentencing decision that walked the line between hope and history. Judge Aaron J. Gauthier presided with his usual clarity, giving space to everyone involved while keeping the focus squarely on accountability. Defense attorney Mike Vogler was thorough in pointing out a number of clerical inaccuracies in the presentence, report everything from incorrectly stating Pisarski had no mental health treatment, to mislabeling his educational path, to mistaking a former partner's daughter for his own child. These might seem like small details, but in sentencing those details matter. Judge Gauthier made sure everything was set straight in the record, even commenting on the fine distinction between psychiatric history and general mental health treatment. Agent Lesky, who didn't author the report but was on hand to implement the edits, handled the updates swiftly and professionally. Then came the personal layer. Mr. Vogler made a strong case for probation, describing a man trying to rebuild his life working full-time at his mother's business under non-family supervision, pursuing medical billing certification, and facing long-term health challenges from childhood cancer. Pisarski himself spoke. Sincerely, He didn't deny the incident, but did try to contextualize it, calling his relationship toxic and reiterating that he's been clean, attending therapy, and preparing to become a father. And it was clear that the upcoming birth of his child meant a lot to him. He told the court, "I just need a chance. I don't want to miss my baby being born." Heartfelt stuff. But then the victim came forward and her statement painted a far darker picture. She described ongoing fear, trauma, broken trust, and repeated violations of boundaries. According to her, Pisarski didn't just take things, he created lasting emotional harm. She recounted him breaking into her safe, stealing medication, destroying property, and how she now sleeps with a baseball bat. It was powerful testimony that directly challenged Pisarski's claim that this was a one-time incident. The prosecution emphasized the same pattern: 5 prior theft convictions and now a 6th. They asked for the full 7-month cap. Judge Gauthier, ever fair and composed, acknowledged the positive developments in Pisarski's life but couldn't ignore the repetition in his record. Attempted larceny in a building with law enforcement standing by didn't help his case. The judge ultimately went with 6 months in County Jail 1 for each theft conviction, while still noting that this wasn't an automatic lock him up and throw away the key situation. It was a measured sentence, grounded in both the facts and the man's long-term history. So, in the end, Pisarski walked out with a sentence that respected the plea deal but also acknowledged that trust, once broken repeatedly, is a lot harder to restore. If you found this hearing insightful, consider subscribing, hitting the bell, and letting me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read everyone.